I'm all set up, ready to show you how to change your oil. So what I am going to go do is walk you through some of the steps to get you to this position. And let's get going. Right over there, that's where you put your floor jack and lift up. Over there, right where the door meets the fender, is going to be your jack point. Some don't like putting it on the crease of the car where it meets. Some will put it on over there or right over here. This is a 17mm socket and a ratchet, about 8 inches. I already warmed my car up, loosened the bolt, and ready to drain the oil. So what I do is I spin off, not underneath, but I do my best to get my hands out of the way for you and on the side and the top, like so. I don't want my oil to spill out too fast, so what I do is I got a pair of gloves on for protection. I keep force into the car forward, and I continue to screw where I feel it comes out, so this way I could let it drip out real slow. Make sure that my vent is open, and then I eventually pull my socket, my plug, away. If I want to put it back on, I could put it back on. That is a tip on how you can get excess oil out if you make a mistake. When you drain your oil, when you move your plug, you may not see a washer, and the washer may be still stuck on the pan. You have the option to sit here all day to get every last ounce out. This is an official P7 AAA PA PL something A001. It's from Honda, and they fit the genuine filters. But be careful, there are counterfeits out there, and what happens is you have some slippage. They no longer cost an arm and a leg. One of the best tools you can get for your car. And this is definitely from my first generation. This only holds a few ounces. I come over here to the existing dripping oil, and I just get old oil on and wipe on for the O-ring. I'm all set. I'm done, just like that. This is the way the oil filter comes off. Many people want you to put this on hand tight. Oh man, you know what happens when things get cold and not done correctly? You can't get it off. So when everybody tells you, oh fish, just hand tight. Get your hands in there and try to turn it off. That's why you have a tool to do its job. You use your ratchet, an extension, and the tool to turn it for you. And off it comes. Now it's going to drip quickly, get the oil in the pan and not the floor. And that's why you protect your floor with protection. Slowly turn it off. Let the oil come out real slow. And watch what you're doing. Since I'm on film, oh yeah, I can stop the video, clean the car up, and redo this scene over. What for? I'm not perfect like you. I show my mistakes. I make sure you learn from my mistakes. And I'm proud to make a mistake to learn from them. As now the oil has came out, I am just turning this off so I can get the oil filter out without touching it with all the oil on. I'm almost out. It's like 20 rotations. Lefty loosey, righty's your tighty. So there's the filter coming out, pouring the oil into the container and not touching it. Eventually I gotta touch it to get my filter on. So now I can put my filter on, but before I do, upstairs needs attention. It needs to be cleaned and washed. Put the filter on, don't have to wait for it to drip out, and hand tighten. That is hand tight. I'm done. All I gotta do now is put on in the back over here. Oh, wait a second, fish. Aren't you gonna change out the you got it. Change out your crush washer. Let me go put a new one on off camera and put a new crush washer on. Like so. Get this out of the way, not needed. Clean up, righty-tighty. I am tight, but you will probably want to put yourself a torque wrench on. So here's my torque wrench. How many foot-pounds? I believe 30, maybe 15, but we'll check online and we'll torque it for you. You did your job well. Tighten up your bolt, hand tighten your oil filter or use the tool, and you cleaned up your area nice and clean, and you think you're done. You want to put your cover on, and what happens when you pour oil from top and it comes down all over here? So decide if you want to close your cover now or later, or go get yourself an hour later. Now, thank you for asking me these questions. The string on here and the bungee cord here is for the reason of Honda's poor design of their under guard. That costs about $85 and $160 for them to install it for you if you ever miss one. And why would you want to have one underneath the car? To prevent water from coming up. So my bolts that go here in the J3/4 turn things are gone. Now I'm going to string my thing up, and then I'm going to put this through the string, come back here and through the tie hook. The strings lie on here, puts pressure on here with the bolt in the back to hold my engine guard on. Forgive me if my hands get in the way, but here we go. I string my things through. I believe it goes through this one here, and I take it through here like so. I'll let that hang there for now. I got another side to do as well. I take the bolt, I crawl in the back now, and I get it up there. I work it on. I slide it through and I lock it down. That one's on now. So here's the string. I slide it through, both of them like so. And I lock it down. All on. Now look for my wrench. I called it a wrench. It's a socket. And I tighten down the back. That sucker's not coming off, and I got one more to do over here. And these aluminum bolts in there and the aluminum socket, the nuts that hold it on, are the best in this world, man. You can screw and screw and screw all you want. And eventually what's going to happen, you're going to lose those J3 1/4 turns. So there you go. Not going nowhere. It's on there, nice and solid. Go add my oil. 3.7 quarts. Brand new container. An old container. I'll transfer this to the other car and use it. So I'm going to just pour. A little at a time. And look what 3.7 quarts look like. Some people take their caps off before or after. This is SAEOW20. This is where your oil goes. This is where you're going to pour your oil. About 15 seconds later, we're all done just like that. And you can stand here all you want, all day long, to get every single drop out. That's all up to you. All the oil's out, reuse the container and recycle. Don't let the oil drip around anywhere. You can clean up around the oil cap and you can close your cover back on. Make sure you get this on snug and tight the way it came off. Because if this is not on tight and it's loose, all your oil comes out. This is the ugly stick. Orange on top, orange on bottom. I don't bother to look at the reading. Some people will break this off. You don't want to poke yourself in the eye, and that's why it's on there. You're going to look for the reading on the top, but you're going to go start your car, reset your oil, and let it run for a couple of minutes. Put your AVS steel down a little, which is the hydraulic lift. Find the center of your car. Make sure the handle's tight. And you're going to pump up to remove your jack stands. As we pump up to lift that jack stand off the car goes up in the number of pumps. Now it's safe to go remove one. Grab the jack, lift, pull away. You ever get a flat, that's where you put it, right there. The hardest part here, there's nothing to grab. Don't grab it fast and do it real slow. Counterclockwise twist. Car comes down, all the way down. 5-second count, pull it out. Oh look, I have insulation to protect the car from any damage. Oh, feel free to work on a level ground, but if you're not on a level ground, then nobody's at your level. This way you can check your oil and make sure everything's there for you. Foot on the brake. It's going to be a little hard. Press the engine start button. Oh, the car starts up. As we wait for the information provided, and close our door so we can see the maintenance is due now. With all this information gone away from you, you're going to go to your home. Hit the home button, because sometimes this is not set up to home. Settings. Oh man, all this time. Vehicle. Scroll down to the very bottom. Maintenance information. Stop! This is very important. Do not select reset home. Hit the engine oil. Oh, it's at 5% on A. I had another 5% to do. Why did it say now? So I'm going to select reset. And I don't want to go all do items. If I do all do items, it's going to go A engine, tire rotation, air filter, transmission filter, spark plugs, engine coolant, all-wheel drive oil, and brake fluid. You must hit engine oil. Would you like to reset the maintenance information oil life 5% A engine oil? You can see all this here, but nothing here says reset, but down there you see it over here. You see it now? Sorry for the camera. Reset. Gone. 100%. Just like that. The next time, it's going to be tire rotation. With all this time I have said to you, shut the car off, allow it to settle, get yourself a brown paper bag, and you're going to go read your dipstick. But first, you're going to wipe it clean, put it in, pull it out, wipe it clean, put it in, pull it out, and put it on the brown paper bag so you can see your beautifully clear, clean oil. There's my brown bag. There's my dipstick. I don't even bother to look at it. I clean it. I put it back in. 1, 2, 3. I don't bother to look at it. I clean it. I put it back in. I pull it out. I take the old-fashioned paper trick. I lay it down on there. And my oil is like right there. I am good to go where I need to be at. Because in the morning hour, my oil will be exactly where it's supposed to be. Feel free to clean around the area again, because you want to make sure your car is spotless. Put your stick back in, come back in the morning hour when everything's nice and cool from a cold start and things have settled in more, you'll get an accurate reading. I hope my video was helpful in any given way. If you own a 6th generation, a 5th generation, or any type of car, and you want to change your oil, simply take the time to go over your car, inspect it, get the right tools, and take your time to do your work. Some of the old school tricks we show you are going to help you out. If you enjoyed this video, by all means, post down below. Come back for more, and because I am the Oil King. You can write the date down here on top with all the other stickers and enjoy. Have a great day.